Well, today we are working on this thing again, and I've started taking it apart, but we are changing this engine mount, and we're changing that one over there, and we will be changing one down near the bottom. So stick around. Well, I thought I would show you the difference between a 2011 mount, driver side mount, to the new and revised mount. These mounts are good from 2011 to 2019. So all the 2019s, I would assume, would have this mount. So this one here, it's hard to tell, but it's ripped inside there. Try to show you. Take my word for it. So now I'm going to install this one. And just so you know, this was $160 Canadian dollars. So keep that in mind when you're buying one of these. I myself probably would have gone to a wrecking yard and see if I could find one, but I'm in a bit of a hurry, so I bought a new one from Ford. So here's a comparison between the 2011 engine mount and the new one, the 2019. This is the passenger side engine mount. Quite a bit different from this new one. And apparently this is the 2019 mount found on the Ford Explorer. So here's the part number. And here's the old one. All right. Okay, I thought I would show you them installed. That's the driver's side. And then over here, and that's a little dark, but that's the passenger side. Just a little tips here. To take that out, you have the jack right here. That jack is supporting the passenger side of the engine, pretty much the oil pan, with the block of wood. And then when you take all those bolts off, there's 4 on the engine side and there's 3 on the body side. Once you take those off, you raise it, pull it up, but you also need to lower the engine probably 2 or 3 inches. And then you can wiggle it out of here. Over here, as you can see, the air cleaner's off, the battery's gone, the battery tray, the intake tube, all that stuff is off to get access into there, which wasn't a very big deal, but I think there's on the air cleaner box there's a screw around this neck of the woods, or else the battery box won't come out. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. And I'll put it all back together. And then there's one more mount I'm going to change, which is down here. Oh, I can't see it very well. It is back there somewhere. That one right there. That's going to come out. And then hopefully the vibration is gone. Well, before I completely button this thing up, I wanted to show you just some of the bolts that you're going to have to take off. So the battery box, there's one there, one there, one there, and there's one under here. Once you take this air box out, you'll be able to access it. And on the air box side, these are just it pushes in right here and right here. There's little push-in pins that go into a rubber grommet, and then over here there's a 8mm, 8mm. Take those two bolts out, and this will unclip and slide out. And I think the rest of it's pretty straightforward. If I come across anything that's out of the ordinary, I'll make sure I'll record it. All right, here it is. It's all buttoned up, and there you go. There's a mount right there. There's no way of seeing that the driver's side mount is buried under all that stuff here. But yeah, so you're gonna need 13mm sockets, 15mm sockets, and extensions, and 8mm and 10mm for those right there. Just be careful not to touch that and that at the same time when taking this bracket off, or any time. It's going to be you'll see fireworks for sure. All right. Well, let's see what it looks like when I put it in gear. Let's see what kind of movement it has. Well, let's compare this one to the old one, which is up there. Where is it? There's a better view. Now, there it is right there. That. See that. There's been some changes for sure. So, let's see if we can get that sucker out of there. Let's spray some WD-40. Just for some wishful thinking. I'm sure it's not going to do anything, but we're going to try. Well, it's not a 14, 15mm. Wow, it is coming off. That bolt is. Holy cow. No freaking way. Let's see here. Let's try this. Oh, no way. No freaking way. Here's the difference. Look at this difference in that. I'm just moving it by hand and the thing's shaking all over the place. I'm sure it's not supposed to be like that. I really thought this was going to be a lot harder. I saw a video that these bolts would hit the exhaust pipe. I think that was on a edge, not on an Explorer. So maybe the edges are a bit different to me. But to me, this looks like it's going to clear. So you know, the front one's longer than the back one. Well, look at this whole thing. The pry bar. Well, there's another up there. I'm going to take that off or loosen that off because I think it's making too much pressure on the mount itself. So it's going to crack that nut loose and it should fall off. Oh yeah. Aha. Wow, there it goes. There it is. There's the old. There's the new. And there's the old. Eh. Here's a slight difference to them. Well, let's go ahead just to reinstall that. And we'll see how it goes. Some anti-seize on there. And that one. A little bit on here. Doesn't need much. Well, I don't know if it matters which way it goes in. But I'm going this way. So, there you go, guys. That's what it looks like. Something like that. Alright, let's try it. Well, I think we finally figured out what the vibration was. It wasn't the shocks. It wasn't the control arms. It wasn't the bushings, lower control arm bushings. It wasn't the drive shaft. It wasn't the engine mount. It was finally the lower, what do you call it? They call it the dog bone. Ford calls it the dog bone, but it's actually the torque shit, what's it called? Anyways, this lower torque mount. That's what was causing all the issues for the last 2 years. So, oh yeah, and it wasn't the rear upper control arm bushings either. Even though all those parts needed to be replaced, all of them had some kind of issue to them. But the main issue was the lower torque engine mount. And now it all kind of makes sense because the vibration would only happen really at highway speeds or when the engine wasn't really loaded down. And once it gets to the highway speeds, the engine just really just sits on the engine mounts. With that torque mount being broken, the engine would just rock back and forth at highway speeds. And I'm pretty sure that's what's causing all the well, it did cause all the vibration issues. So yeah, it all kind of makes sense now. But live and learn. So maybe you guys in the future, if you're watching this and you drive one of these and it develops a vibration that you really can't really figure out, try the lower torque mount. Thanks. Bye.